All right, next up we have an awesome duo. So I'm going to bring up Connie Kraska and Kylie. So I'll start with Connie. So Connie Kraska is with Live Sotheby's. She's a Colorado native, and Connie has served the Front Range of Colorado in listing and the sale of homes since 2004. Real estate runs in her family blood, and with her mom starting a brokerage in Pueblo in 2000, where she cultivated a robust business that was based in the sale of bank-owned homes. Connie followed suit, acquiring some of the nation's largest banks as clients and selling hundreds of foreclosed homes from Fort Collins to Pueblo, Colorado, and nearly every city in between. With over 1,000 successful closing real estate transactions, Connie was named one of 5280's top real estate producers for the third year in a row, as well as earning platinum status with the Denver Metro Association of Realtors last month, with nearly $30 million in sales for 2021. Connie currently associates with Live Sotheby's, International Realty, and has for the past 4 years, where she has honed in her skills in the luxury real estate market and expanded her skill set. Did I say something wrong? Okay. I said Megan Aller's time in the business wrong. Starting Q1 of this year, Connie has closed $5 million with another $3 million in pending sales. Learning and adapting to changing markets is something Connie lives for and is excited to share her knowledge along with her respected colleagues. In her spare time, Connie enjoys spending time with her husband and 2 young kids, cooking, shopping, hiking, travel are some of the things that she enjoys most. So Connie is going to be speaking alongside Kylie Russell, who's also with Live Sotheby's. Kylie began her real estate career in 2000 after graduating from CU Boulder with a business marketing and real estate degree. She spent 9 years as a private real estate assistant, and in May of 2013, Kylie went on her own and completed 50 transactions in 7 months. Kylie consistently closes 100 transactions a year, and in 2021, she exceeded her goal and did 104. Kylie is also with Live Sotheby's and has been with the company since its inception. Welcome, ladies. Come on up and share your knowledge with us.
Thank you. So as you can imagine, it's very nerve-wracking being up in front of all of these people and trying to figure out what we're going to say.
Following Megan Aller.
And following Megan Aller. You know how hard that is. She's amazing and just spews out stats like right off the top of her brain. I really want to thank Jessica and her team for having us on the panel and getting to share some of our experience and our ideas with you guys. I know it's a little bit challenging right now trying to just survive in this market. If you're new, it's like, what do we do? How do we get into this? And hopefully we can help a little bit, give you some ideas, and really dive into what we've had success with.
Yeah, Connie's my work wife, and she's up here for moral support because I personally, this scares me, and I'm only doing this because it scares me to be up here. But I do feel like I do know a lot, and I do want to share anything that's helpful.
Sure. So our company practices Ninja quite a bit, and we always operate from a place of abundance. And when you have a mindset of abundance, you can share, and you can offer things, and you don't have to be secretive about what makes you successful, right? Because there's enough business to go around, there's enough money to go around, and everybody in here deserves to be just as successful as we are and the other speakers today. So I talk a little bit about how I started my career because I like to talk about how changing with the market is important. So for 12 years, from 2004 to about 2015, I sold foreclosures, a ton of them. And the difference is your client, your relationship, the person you're building this relationship with is a bank. It's not really a person. Okay, you have your asset managers and you have people that you talk to, and they just kind of throw business your way, and that's how I made business for 12 years. And I kind of didn't ever think that was going to end. I put a lot of eggs into this basket, and in 2015, I was about to have my son. The foreclosures were almost getting to be over. And I was like, okay, so now what am I going to do? Nobody's just calling me and saying, here's 5 listings today. Go figure out how to sell them. And, I was like, okay, so I didn't do retail. All I did was bank foreclosures. So In 2015, I took a little break. I had my son, and I came back to real estate, and I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't have foreclosures now. So in comes the world of retail, and I was like, I'm not giving up real estate. I love it. And so I had to teach myself how to do retail. I spent 1 year at a smaller firm, and then I went over to Sotheby's, where I really found a place that I could call home and really hone in like those skills that it takes to sell retail. So I went through the Ninja training program. If you haven't done it before, or your office doesn't offer it or whatever, you might want to look into it. It is, oh my God, I just spaced his name. Larry Kendall. I always want to say it's the Keller Williams guy, but Larry Kendall. Anyway, so I went through this program and really learned how to kind of grab clients, retain them, and yeah, you want to talk about Ninja a little bit too?
I don't feel like I'm a great Ninja ambassador because I don't do it as much as I should.
Okay, so anyway, so I guess Kylie doesn't do Ninja, but I do. What it really started with was realizing that over the course of my foreclosure career, I hadn't maintained really any relationships with people that had bought those homes. I was starting from scratch, and this is in like 2016 or 2017, after coming from a pretty successful career selling foreclosure. So I had to find people that know, liked, and trust me to sell their homes, right? And so I started to call them. I started to make myself present in their life. I think the most important thing for you to know is you always need to be on top of mind with your people. You're gonna have people that will always be your ambassadors. They're gonna tell their friends about you. Those are the people you focus on the most, for sure. Those are your cheerleaders, right?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
That is something that I do well without knowing it, is I have a lot of client parties. I try to introduce my clients, ways that they can be successful, and over time, a lot of my clients that didn't know each other are now close friends, just we're connecting them. I was just thinking this year I might have a party for I Survived the 2022 real estate market, just for my clients that bought this year, just for fun, because we threw it all together. So I do try to always, probably at least, COVID aside, at least once a quarter have a pretty good sized party, and that's a fun thing to spend money on.
Yeah. So Kylie's really good and really, really creative. She's always in flow. If you do Ninja, it's about being in flow with your clients. You're not calling them and asking them for business. You're not calling them and asking them for a referral and saying, hey, I really need to sell something this year. Do you mind? Like, no. You want to be the person that is always on the top of their mind when they are thinking about real estate or talking about it with their friends. How do you stay on top of their mind? You call them. You email them. You text them. If I'm driving through a neighborhood and I sold somebody a house last year, the year before, hey, I just drove by your house. I was just thinking about you. I hope you guys are doing well. That keeps you on top of mind. You are not bothering these people. They like to hear from you. Don't forget that, okay? They really do like to hear from you. And if they respond, awesome. If they don't, they don't.
Or they'll call you for, do you know a wallpaper hanger? Do you know a painter? Do you know a fence person? And then if you happen to remember to call them in a week and make sure your guy showed up and how did he do, extra super bonus points. I've been trying to get better at that. And it's really weird how they suffer in silence. They don't tell you that the guy didn't come. So I try to follow up with them, and I feel like that has been really impactful.
Sure. Being of value, creating value, offering them services, offering them I really have a lot of success. Every single year I do a real estate review, it's called. It's super easy to get. Everybody here has access to it if you're with NAR. And you just pop on there. You put in the address, it pops out this report. You make sure you always select hot market or it will make the price really low. And I personally drop these to every single client around Christmas along with a personal gift, a newsletter about my little family. And that's how I get listings at the beginning of the year. I start thinking about getting listings at the beginning of the year, at the end of the year. Okay, and so my spring has been actually pretty successful this year. The numbers they had have changed. But yeah, that's probably my biggest listing grabber, is doing my end of the year reports. We also did a really fun day, a pie day. So I think pop buys are really important. You do not have to talk to them. Okay, you just have to drop stuff. You don't have to go up to the door and say, hey, if you run into them, awesome. And you know what they want to do? They want to show you what they remodeled. inside the house. They want to invite you in. Look at what I just did. I'll be ready in May. Don't worry, it'll be done. That happened to me 3 times when we dropped pies the other day for Pie Day.
March 14th is Pie Day. Connie happened to have just sold a client a house that owns the cherry pie.
Colorado Cherry Company. You guys
It's
should
the
go
cutest
there.
little pie store.
It's amazing.
And we only did, you did 20, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do a ton, but we just dropped them to clients that we could, and it was really cute. We got a lot of social media love
Yep.
from it, and it wasn't that expensive, but it was more just like if we could plan ahead and do one of those a month.
Yep.
And get different people each time.
Yeah, and so I have a running list, right? We gotta have a warm list and a hot list. Do not forget about your warm list people, because they will come back to you. Hot list people are really important. I've got like a whiteboard in my office that shows my deals, my hot, and my warm. If I've gone through all my hot people and there's nothing that they can do that day, I move over to my warm people. I text them, hey, it's been a while. How you guys doing? Just checking in. How's the baby? If I'm on social media, not because I want to be, but because I have to be. Okay, I get a ton of business through social media. If somebody had a baby, I Amazon them a baby gift. If somebody just got married, I Amazon them, a matching, what's the one I like? It's his and her apron to cook together or whatever. Like, just be present in their life. Notice that they have things going on, right? Those are your people. Yeah. What do you think?
It's good.
Okay. Good.
we were doing notes on the way to the event this morning.
Yeah. So you can't get people to move out of their house unless they have a place to move to. That's, I think, the biggest challenge right now, is understanding that your people are not going to go anywhere because they're scared. They're afraid that they're not going to have a place to move. It's super important to have a lender that has creative ideas to make that happen. But the other thing is to make sure, if your people do want to move, you know what is going on. I spend almost every single day, I go to every new listing and I memorize almost every new listing that comes to market. Why? Because I might see something that somebody likes. I'm able to speak about it with those people, and I feel like it helps me really understand what's going on in the market. There was a bunch of stuff that came up last week at 500, 4 to 500, right? Nothing from 9 to $1 million, but I know these things because I study that every day. So when my sellers are ready to sell, I'm like, oh no, there's plenty for you to look at. Here's what you can look at. And I think getting sellers comfortable enough to sell, I mean, your golden ticket people are the ones that want to sell and go move to a cheaper state. Those are your people. But if you don't have those people and they need to move in state, you need to make sure that they know that there is something to buy and that there is a solution for them where they want to go. So everybody's job is to get something on the market this month.
One of my colleagues out of Utah, she gave me this talk track, and I use it almost every day. She says, if you're scared, follow me, because it is scary for them. It's not that scary for us because we do it all the time. And I just love that because it gives people this instant confidence. If you're scared, follow me. This is what I do. I always tell people, I wouldn't do your job. I don't know how to do your job at all. I don't know how to public speak, but this is what I do. So just follow me, trust me,
Yeah. Kylie is very, she does the most amazing things, and I just want to brag on her a little bit. She comes up with the most amazing client parties. Kylie sold about $70 million last year. That was not in her thing, and she's not going to brag about herself, but I will brag about her. The girl she connects people. She has ideas. If somebody needs something, she is on it for them. And I know she won't talk about herself, but I will do it for her. She's been one of the number one brokers, and she didn't go out on her own till 2014? Mm-hmm. So she worked for Ann Dresser talk about your...
I've always worked for, private assistant for top producers. So I like it because I like being busy. I like being relevant. So I don't want to sell 8 luxury homes. I want to sell 100 homes in all parts of Metro Denver and all price points so that I can be a really good resource no matter what part of town or what price point people are looking in. That's just really important to me to be knowledgeable.
Yeah.
But since we're running out of time, I wanted to just give one takeaway that I've been using a lot this year, and I think it'll be helpful with you guys. I have been taking my multiple offer spreadsheets that I'm doing for my sellers, you have 12, 13 offers, and sending them to my buyers. So I'm sending them the menu of clauses that they're going to use. How much of your appraisal gap are you going to do? Which of these 4 inspection clauses do you like? From the day I meet them, and then I also send them the multiple offer spreadsheet that I already had made for other clients. And from the very beginning, it starts them putting their seller hat on of, they just don't get it until they see how they're going to line up. And they see real quick, oh, full appraisal, unless I have full appraisal gap, I'm probably not going to make the top 5. It can be a really good offer. I would say that's a damn good offer. It's not a winning offer. So seeing that spreadsheet is really, really helpful for them. I have one that I've been sending to all my clients this year. I feel like it takes 2 or 3 weeks off of their
Shopping time.
shopping. And when rates are going up really quickly and prices are going up really quickly, if I don't educate them and get them, it's not about, I'm like, I'll be selling houses next year. You won't be able to afford to buy if you don't do it sooner.
Yeah.
So I hope that's a helpful trick for you guys, because I have used it a lot and they just seems to resonate. Or I'll say, which of these 12 offers do you think we picked? They always guess the wrong one, because I'm like, you got to be the winner in every category. Not just price, but the appraisal gap, all that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure she'll share her fancy, she
will.
shared her spreadsheet with me, and I'm sure she'll share it with you guys too. It just helps to make sure you're setting these expectations for these people. They don't take it seriously unless they lose a couple and have some heartache. When I know we're talking about listings, but buyers turn into listings, right? I have people that bought last year that are ready to sell again this year because here's a good piece of advice. They're not going to get their dream house right now. That's probably the biggest takeaway, is that you tell your buyers, it used to be 80%, guys. Now we're happy to have 60%. If you got 60% of your list, go for it, please. Because this is your wealth building tool to get to your dream house in a house or two. Maybe it takes 2 houses, I don't know. But all we know is right now, if they're giving you a list that says that they want to have, like, I don't know, whatever the fancy stuff is, say, look, that's not going to happen this time. Next time it will. If you wait and you sit on the fence, you're not going to get into this market. It's going to be your people at the bottom, they're not going to get in. So I think setting the expectation that 60% of your list right now is pretty darn good. Make your moves on that and get it.
Elise wanted us to talk about this, but we do partner a lot. We don't work together, but we don't not work together. And sometimes if we just need some extra
bandwidth,
because she's really good at that. Sometimes my clients, she'll help them for one weekend, or they become our clients, and then they're just under contract because they trust her. She thinks outside the box more than I do, and she knows parts of counties that I've never even been to.
But she'll work me under the table any day. Don't let her tell you that. But we do partner a lot. It allows a greater bandwidth. So if you're working a company where you have somebody and you like to go out of town, you go on vacation, I think the point they want to have us together is that we do partner quite a bit. You get 2 brokers for one. You tell your seller you get 2 brokers for one, and or buyers, right? And it allows you to have more time and more energy for
and we both have private
everybody.
assistants also, which we could talk about offline, but both of our assistants, like, why wouldn't, it's better for our clients, and I'd rather have half and put in 60% or 40% sometimes, and just still be relevant, still know what's going on, and being with those clients.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
That went by fast. I thought it was going to be slow, so thank you.